So here we are, March 10, after yet another snowstorm. And there's Rick, snow blowing the driveway for about the 6th time this week. He does his new snowblower. That wall of snow right there is about 4 to 4.5 feet high and solid snow. There's all the snow from shoveling off the deck and the roof. See, Olivia's apple tree is buried. There's the very tippy top of it showing. My lilac bush is buried, just about the top half of it showing. We had. The first one came down with the last snowstorm. We had to replace it. It looks like he needs to take the snow off the roof again or we're going to lose this one. We had the snow build up on the roof of the garage and we left it there by mistake and it came down one morning and took the satellite dish with it. Looking at the back of the house. This is a real wet, heavy snow this time, so a lot of it's stuck to the trees and a lot of it's sliding off of the roof because it's so warm out. For the 10th of March, we have a lot of damn snow. Rick is trying to prevent our satellite dish from coming down a second time. We lost one earlier in the spring.
You see how much depth there is there?
Yeah.
There was that much or more when it took out the dish the last time.
And guess what? There's forecasting snow for tomorrow and Monday.
Well, it's March 31st. In fact, tonight's the night that we turn ahead the clocks for daylight savings time. Susan is in Williamsburg with Ginny, and I'm here. It's about 6:45 in the morning, and I'm going to have to clean up this big mess by myself this morning. Thought I would get some pictures before things started dropping from the trees and such. The downstairs windows are even more unbelievable this morning than they have been. Take a quick walk down there. Don't know if I can go out on the deck, but I certainly will try in a moment. This window has been buried several times, but there's an indication on the satellite dish how much snow we got last night. So into the tub room we go. Not bad out that window, but check out this window. Holy smokes. The window on the far, well, actually all the windows are at least half buried. I don't know if the videotape can show that or not, but we've not seen that much. And then, of course, here's the bathroom window. It's completely buried, so I'm going to have to put on my snowshoes and get around out there and clean those off. Well, here's the deck. Again, March 31st. The motorhome at one point had been completely free of any snowfall at all. It had all melted off. Last night when I got home, there was a good foot of snow on the ground. I don't know if you can, I'm sure we can't tell from that how deep the snow is, but it also was very heavy and wet, as the video can attest to on the trees. And so it's packed down. I woke up at about 6 o'clock and after going to bed at about 11:30 last night, and knowing I had this mess waiting for me, I wasn't exactly able to continue sleeping. So here I am, taking some videos for Susan since she wasn't here. Show her what she and Jenny missed. I hope that Jenny's sister isn't having to clean up all by her lonesome. Oh, that's right. They usually have her family help out. So tonight is the night that we turn the clocks ahead to daylight savings time. 25 years ago yesterday, when we arrived here, there was literally very little snow on the ground, maybe just places where people had plowed it up, and it hadn't all melted yet. This is the first time in a long time that I've seen any of the limbs or branches hanging down on the power lines also coming through here. But I'm running out of battery, so I'm signing off now. Well, what the hell, we'll let it run for a little while longer. maybe I can have some new battery after I'm done cleaning up, and I'll take a few quick shots afterwards down around from the bottom of the driveway. That's all. Well, phase number 1/2 is done because I got the front part of the deck cleaned up. And I just thought I would do some of these pictures in stages. Also, it gives me a chance to have a breather. I went into okay, what can I be grateful mode this morning? And I'm very grateful that this snowstorm happened on a Friday and not on a weekday, so I was able to clean up this morning. Here's the tub room windows. And again, this is March 31st, and the snow right off the edge of the deck there. So it's going to be a while before everything melts. So on the deck, I put a yardstick to it, and that was 10 inches of heavy, wet packed. So I'm sure that we had at least a foot or more that fell. And then last night, there was rain and sleet and everything falling on top of it, and showed that's where we are. So I'll put the camera away and get back to work. Oh, there's, before I put it away, get a shot of Olivia's apple tree out there. It's kind of cute. Can you see it right there? The limbs are outlined. Well, actually, you've got limbs that are buried. That's just the top of the tree there. And of course, the, whatever that bush is called, lilac. Okay, taking a break here, boss. Easy to grade this snowstorm. It's the worst. Oh man. It is the combination, of course, as always, of a spring storm where the ground's not frozen, so I start to dig up the ground, and the snow that I'm throwing, it's throwing okay, but it's not throwing as far as it normally would. In fact, I haven't clogged up yet, but you can see inside the snowblower how it is packed in there. I did notice this morning while I was down here at the bottom of the driveway that there were some broken limbs that broke out of this big pine tree on Fred's property. In fact, you can see the limbs right there. I'm going to stop and cut up to the place where there's some upper limbs broken off. Yeah, there's the big broken limb, which fell down to, it's hard to see in this viewfinder. Yeah, let's see where I'm at. Oh, there it is right there. It fell down to there. The snow is starting to fall out of the trees. It was in the 20s when I came out here, but it's feeling quite warm. So that's not from the plow. Those are limbs that have fallen down out of the tree this morning, or last night. Snow's falling pretty steadily. I'm going to make sure I don't stand under a tree here. So I was looking down the road. I've run the snow blower down there just once and back. I would say it's reaching a point that there's a distinct possibility that we'll have trouble being able to get down to Rehoboth Beach over Memorial Day weekend. The motorhome just keeps getting buried again and again and again. The windows inside the garage look pretty neat. I don't know if I can pick it up, but we'll try. What you're seeing, of course, is the pattern of the channels on the in the snow from the roof. So that's one window, and here's the other window with a little cave opening going to the outside. We've shoveled out the garage 3 times so far because of snow coming in the windows. Pretty morning. Needed a breather. Again, there's the perspective of the snow under the deck. March 31st snow. Looks like February 10th snow. Yeah, let's see if I sneak around the house without getting clomped by snow. It's really pretty out back. Oh, I thought of something else to be thankful for this morning. I'm very thankful for the fact that I did not have to dig out, or excuse me, not dig out, but pull the snow off the roof. That's one function I haven't had to perform. I'm glad I was over here when that dropped. Gutter's not going to do a whole lot of good right there. There's the back stoop also. So, not a very good maple sugaring season so far this year. In fact, Monica, you may not get as much maple syrup this year because the prices are going to be very high. So far, I think that they've only sugared for 2 days, and it's really because it's been so cool that they haven't had the warm days to go along with cold nights. So it's raining out here now. Okay, at the risk of overindulgence here, going down to get the mail. Da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. La da 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 da. Dee 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 dee. Nelson, it's a good thing that Nelson pushed back all the snow and pushed it off the edge. When he did it, I thought it was probably unnecessary because it was so late in the year. However, if he hadn't done it, he wouldn't have had anywhere to put the snow that he plowed last night. Da, 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 da. Oopsie. Huh. Whoever plowed out Tina and Joe plowed down here. I wonder if we've got a newspaper this morning. Yep. Pretty March 31st morning. Kind of we're doing the March 31st issue, aren't I? There's some horse thieves, Olivia. Now, let's see if I can pull in the garage without crashing into it. Boop! Or without having a limb crashing into me. Okay, just one last video before I put this thing away and make a copy of it. There's the windows after I dug them out. And I'll walk around back because the depth of the snow there is pretty impressive also. Double guess and you can see the snow depth is even. Actually, it's higher. The snow depth is higher than the back steps. And here's our bathroom window, which I dug out. Where the cable curves right there, you can see the snow up above it. That's how high it was. It was actually, the whole thing was buried there. I don't know if I can step out in the yard and get a perspective from back a little bit. I'll try it. Not too bad. I'm getting kind of nuked here. Okay, so that's it for the March 30th, 31st storm of 2001. I love looking out in the woods back here. Any time of year. It's really beautiful.